Amazing. You are here. I am so excited to share this major guidance I received yesterday. Okay. So, if you're familiar with the two timeline paradigm that has been picking up steam over the last year and a half in the spirituality community, you're aware that there's this idea that there's two main timelines that are currently intersecting and that are in the process of breaking away, and that the one timeline is very third dimension based, and the other timeline is more fourth, fifth dimension based, right? And that humanity as a whole is moving, ascending towards the fifth dimension. So the problem is, what is being sort of pushed and what people are talking about is the idea that not all humanity is going to the fifth dimension. There's a lot of thoughts of whether or not you get that thing in your arm will determine whether or not you go to the fifth dimension, and all of these different ideas, right? Or you have to have some sort of a spiritual practice to go to the fifth dimension. Everybody else is going to be stuck in this morass of horribleness, of fear and doubt in the third dimension forever. And so anyway, my guidance was so beautiful and so clear around this. And of course, if you aren't familiar with me, I'm the author of One Truth, One Law. I am I Create. I teach people how to connect in with their inner guidance system, because we are all God and we can talk to God because that's who we actually are. We're just programmed to believe we're individuals. So anyway, that's where this guidance is coming from. It's the highest. And I find that the whole world of spirituality and what's going on in universal mind or the quantum field can be very confusing unless you have that anchor of the one truth of understanding we are all God and that all of our thoughts are creating. So I love that. That's always my anchor. It always brings me back and makes everything that ripples out from that make sense. Okay, so what my guidance said was, the people that are getting this thing in their arm, they are not creating that there's this timeline that's going to split off, right? They're thinking this is a good thing. The people that are currently creating that most of humanity is going to be left behind are the light workers, are the spiritual beings, are the exact people that don't want to harm others. Now, there are all sorts of traps that have been set in the spiritual world to keep people that are genuine seekers, that are here to be the light, to sidetrack us up from our soul missions and to get us to create things that we're not here to create, like this, like keeping part of humanity down or back. The truth is, we are all one, and we all rise together or fall together. And so this is what I'm being asked to share, is that we all go, or none of us go. Now, there was a part in human consciousness early to mid last year, even the beginning of this year, where light workers, way showers, star seeds, anyone who's spiritual needed to set firm boundaries and say, I can't help the people who don't want to be helped. That was part of the narrative. It was part of something we had to step into so that we could take care of ourselves and begin anchoring light in ourselves. But the time for that very me thinking has now passed. And now we are being asked to step into the we. And we take all of humanity. We can't leave anyone. It doesn't work that way. We are one. Where one of us goes, we all go. If we leave people behind with the dark energies and the dark forces that have been controlling the third dimension, that have been controlling our experience on earth for thousands of years, we leave a part of ourselves there. And we will always feel it. And so we are being asked to change the creation and to decide that everyone's coming. Everyone's coming. The dark energies, the dark forces are going to stay behind in the third dimension. And we are all going to the fifth dimension. And when we get there, we'll all go higher. So I would love to hear what you think of this message. And I would love and be honored if you would share this message in any way that feels right for you. If nothing else, start wondering, what if? What if this is possible? What if? Everything starts with thoughts. Thoughts turn into energy. We get to decide. And there's a lot of ego or persona-based thoughts around, well, I've done the work. I've put in the work, right? So I'm the one that deserves to go to the higher dimensions. These other people that aren't even interested in it, how do they deserve it, right? Or I have suffered for the last year and a half not wearing a mask or not getting this. And those people just followed blindly. So why did they deserve this? But we're being asked to move from me to we, and to understand that that is how we all ascend. I'm getting chills. It's so important, and I ask for your help in sharing this message. I love you. Have a beautiful day.